All right, so this one is by request, okay? Somebody said in the comment section, you got to cover the text messages between YNW Bortlen and YNW Melly's ex-girl's mother. Well, here we go. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on BrainFLoTv. BrainFLoTv. YNW Bortlen alleged Instagram DMs with one of the state's witnesses have reportedly been included in his police paperwork in connection to his witness tampering arrest. YNW Bortlen's alleged... First of all, let me say something. There's a whole lot of shit going on with YNW Bortlen. I told y'all that YNW Bortlen was slow. And this is no disrespect. But after watching YNW Bortlen do that live interview, I knew then that the brother is not playing with the full deck. He is a bit behind the power curve and, you know, seems to be easily manipulated and used. And honestly, I think Melly knows that. So he uses him. And I don't know if he was promised fame. Maybe Melly told him, you know, I'm blowing up, so I'm going to take you with me. You just got to be loyal. And he truly believes that Melly is going to be super rich and be touring the world and taking him right there with him as his right-hand man. My wife said something to me too. Wifey said, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Melly gets off because, you know, the industry is full of wicked people and Earth belongs to these wicked people. So he's the type of person that they like. You know what I mean? Murder your little friends and then come make songs about it. And the publicity will sell the music, and record label managers and the record label and everybody else around, the producers, whoever else, they all make millions and millions of dollars off of a situation. So don't be surprised if it goes the other way. Neither here nor there. Let's get back to this though. YNW Bortlen's alleged Instagram DM with one of the state witnesses has reportedly been included in his police paperwork in connection to his witness tampering arrest. On Monday, October 9th, today is the 11th I'm doing this, but on Monday, October 9th, Bryson Paul disclosed on Twitter, or on X that used to be Twitter, shout out to Bryson Paul, that the prosecution in YNW Melly and YNW Bortlen's double murder case had reportedly filed a 36-page arrest paperwork document regarding YNW Bortlen. The paperwork arrives after Bortlen was arrested for witness tampering on October 2nd. YNW Melly was also hit with witness tampering charges on October 4th. Now, this big old 36-page of paperwork also includes screenshotted Instagram messages that are allegedly exchanged between Bortlen and state witness Felicia Holmes. Y'all know who Felicia Holmes is. If you watch the first trial, you know damn sure who that hostile witness mother of YNW Melly's ex is. Holmes is the mother of Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton. Now, in the screenshotted messages, Bortlen allegedly told Holmes, chill, ma, quote unquote, chill, ma, after she said that she would have her cousin drop Melly's infested B-I-H, whatever that means, Bia. Holmes then proceeded to extensively criticize both Bortlen and YNW Melly, whose double murder trial ended in a mistrial back in July. Listen to this. She had previously been treated as a hostile witness during the trial because she was standing there or sitting there in the witness stand and she wasn't saying much, right? She was like, I was threatened. That's the only reason I'm here. I don't want to be here. I don't feel safe. Why don't you feel safe? Because of you, because she was talking to the prosecution. Even when Mariah Hamilton did her interview with her lawyer and her mom there recently with that channel, even when she recently did her interview with Law and Crime Networks, even when she did that interview, right, what she said in that interview, the mom, she said, if you looked at us and our interaction during the trial, you could tell that it's something personal. That it's like, I don't know, it's like we had the same baby daddy or something. And I was like, what the fuck? What is she talking about? That Caucasian lawyer don't know shit about no baby daddy, man. I doubt if she even have kids. You over there making it about some hood beef. But anyways, that was just me commenting on what she said. Right? Back to this. Now, Holmes had previously been treated as a hostile witness during the trial because she didn't want to answer nothing. She didn't want to be there. She seemed like she was like testifying, trying to get Melly off. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. And in an Instagram DM seemed to imply that Borland attempted to pay off Holmes, which is herself, and Hamilton, which is her daughter, to not testify. Now remember what came out recently. One of the things that's in that 30-something pages is YNW Bortlen reaching out to her daughter. And now it makes sense. YNW Bortlen reaching out to her daughter, and YNW Bortlen saying, if you had been more loyal, you could have been in a pink BMW by now. Right. So when the attorneys or the prosecution released the information that said somebody's mother contacted the police, and that is how they went after Bortlen, it was her. I don't know if she's confused and she doesn't know what side she wants to be on. I think she's just trying to stand neutral in all this. Like, look, I'm not going to testify against you, but at the same time, I'm not going to help the prosecution either. I just want to be out of this crap altogether, right? I want my daughter to be left alone. I want to be left alone. Y'all could carry on with y'all business. It seems like that's what it is. But every time she takes a stand or every time she speaks in public, it's as if she's trying to demonize the prosecution and trying to elevate Melly as he is this good guy, this angel. I've never even seen him raise an eyebrow to get upset. He is so calm and nice and collected and cool and loving and caring. You know, that's how she is. So I'm confused. Now, the text message that they found, allegedly, this is what the text message said. Quote unquote, this is her talking to Bortlen. Leave my baby alone. This is what Holmes wrote in part. She said, leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly. And if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. Leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly. And if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. Testify on his ass and yours too? What could she possibly have where she could say she could testify on them? She went on to say, if I call the prosecutor and tell them I've been in contact with you and you fucking with my child, your ass is going in. That's exactly what the fuck she did. She called the prosecutor, told them that Bortlen was out here fucking with her daughter, and they went and got him because conditions of his bail says that you are charged with a serious crime in a double murder case, accessory after the fact, and all other kinds of shit. And you are not supposed to be in contact with anybody that has anything to do with this case. No, none of the potential witnesses, and you're not supposed to be in contact with Melly either. Now they have proof that Bortlen and Melly were in contact. And now they also have proof that Borland was out here reaching out to witnesses, to include, if you were more loyal, you could have been in a pink BMW by now. That's this woman's daughter. And then this conversation, leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly. And if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. If I call the prosecutor and tell them I've been in contact with you and you fucking with my child, your ass going in. Holmes then continued. This is what she said about Melly. This is why I was confused, because she ain't said nothing good about him. When she was on the stand and when she was before that attorney, when her daughter, Mariah Hamilton, did that Law&CRIME Network's exclusive interview, she spoke good of Melly. But look at the conversation between her and Bortlen. This is how I think this lady knows more. But I don't know if she's not getting paid enough, or they didn't pay her, or she just want all out of this shit altogether. She continued in the text messages and said this: Melly, a snake. And just like he did Sack and Juvie, his mom and blank, somebody else, you next. God don't bless this mess. That's the devil's money. So leave her the fuck alone. Ooh. This is Mariah Hamilton's mom. Where was this energy when she was on the stand? Remember, the lead prosecutor asked her specifically in court. She said, what you're testifying today is the complete opposite of the statement that you gave me originally. She says, I don't recall. I don't remember any of that. So the lead prosecutor said, okay, do you mind if I show you a printout, or so you can read some of it? Maybe it'll refresh your memory, help you with your recollection. She said, I don't know, maybe. She gave it to her in court. Remember, when she was on the stand, she says, read this. And she read it. Read it to yourself. She read it. She said, did that help you with your recollection? She said, no, not really. In other words, I changed my story and I'm sticking to the changed story, and you're not going to let me get on the stand and say what I really feel and what I actually said from before. But here she is in a text message with Bortlen, who reached out to her when he should not have. Leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly. And if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. If I call the prosecutor and I tell them I've been in contact with you and you fucking with my child, you are going in. Melly is a snake. And just like he did Sack, Juvie, his mom, and some name that they took out, you next. God don't bless this mess. That's the devil's money. So leave her the fuck alone. Holmes then went on to say to Bortlen, Mariah don't need his money. She always lived good, and she will continue. Melly is not the only nigga with money, and at least I know she won't be harmed. Ha ha ha. Shout out to XXL. They said they reached out to the Florida State Attorney's Office, and they reached out to YNW Bortlen's attorney for comments. YNW Bortlen has been out on bond since he was arrested in 2019. He was arrested after the Miami-Dade Police Department reportedly conducted a raid on his home on October 2nd. Bortlen is being held at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Facility in Florida. On the other video before this, where I said they found a book in Bortlen's house, and that book had the names and the physical descriptive characteristics of jurors who served on Melly's first trial. Kind of makes you think. That one juror that kept holding out, it ended in 9-3. 9 in favor of guilty, but that one juror that kept holding out, did they get to that one juror? Was Bortlen and anybody else successful at getting to that one juror? What the prosecution is saying now is they were successful at making sure that someone who was supposed to testify at that trial actually did not testify at that trial. According to the police affidavit that was obtained by XXL, authorities are accusing both Melly and Bortlen of communicating on the phone through an inmate whose name is Terrence Mathis. Y'all know Terrence Mathis, man. Ex-Temptation was gunned down in Florida on his way to go purchase a motorcycle. One of the guys was Terrence Mathis. Terrence Mathis went before the courts and said, I was there, but I wasn't a part of the robbery. I was sitting in the car still. They went and did the robbery. And I told them I didn't want to be a part of the robbery. And then when they got the money and they killed X and they came back, they even said I shouldn't get any of the money because I wasn't a part of the robbery. And he testified against everybody else, and all the other guys got life in prison without the possibility of parole. He got 2 years and about 20 years on probation, something like that. Anyways, he was locked up in the same facility as Melly. High profile case, locked in the same facility as Melly, and apparently had been helping Melly to get in contact with Bortlen. Remember, the accusation was that they know how Melly and Bortlen were getting in touch with each other. Sometimes Melly would get in trouble. His phone privileges would be revoked. While his phone privileges were taken away, he would go through other inmates. Okay, here's one of the inmates that have come forward to say that he was the glue. I was the one that kept them together, kept them communicating with each other, Terrence Mathis. Via that communication, police claim together they were attempting to dissuade Melly's ex-girlfriend and her mother from testifying against YNW Melly. The police claim that Bortlen and Mathis had more than 60 phone calls from March to August of 2023 alone, and they used the code words to hide their intentions. So Mathis now reportedly referred to Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton as Rihanna, A$AP Rocky's baby mama, as Rihanna during the phone calls and the texts. Documents specifically shows the code word, and that the code word was used multiple times. Y'all heard that? They have proof. They have proof. The police are claiming that Bortlen and Mathis had more than 60. Bruh, this is not 1 and 2 phone calls that people could say, oh, this could have been made up. 60 phone calls. 60 phone calls. More than 60. Mathis reportedly referred to Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton as Rihanna during said phone calls and text messages. Documents specifically shows that the code word was used multiple times in April, during which Mathis coordinated 3-way messages on Melly's behalf to Bortlen. Tell her keep vibing in the Maybach like she been doing. Tell her keep vibing in the Maybach like she been doing. Mathis allegedly texted Bortlen, which police says is code word for Hamilton not appearing in court. Tell her keep vibing in the Maybach like she been doing. Stay out the way. Last month, Hamilton accused the police of threatening to arrest her, though, if she didn't disclose information on Melly in connection to the murder of Chris YNW Juvie Thomas and Anthony YNW Sack Chaser Williams in 2018. This is some serious shit. Okay? This is serious. Don't take none of this for no joke, man. Leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly. And if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. If I call the prosecutor and I tell them I've been in contact with you and you fucking with my child, you're going in. Melly a snake. And just like he did Zach and Juvie, his mom, and blank somebody else, you next, she said to Borland. God don't bless this mess. That's the devil's money. So leave her the fuck alone. Holmes went on to say to Borland, Mariah don't need his money. She always lived good. And she will continue. Melly not the only nigga with money. And at least I know she won't be harmed. What y'all gonna say now? What are y'all going to say now? I'm going to just leave this one right here and let this comment section fill up, man. Because I see the sly comments how I'm biased. And they don't like me because I'm putting out misinformation and false information. Listen, I don't have a damn dog in this fight, okay? I'm watching the way that this unfolds. And I already told y'all that it was a possibility that Melly could have got off due to the fact that the prosecutorial misconduct that the attorneys claim to have found, if that was found to be true, well, the state's fighting that, and they're saying that it's not true, so we'll see how it pans out in front of the judge. But this right here, this is a bombshell. This right here, it's another nail in the coffin, my friend. Another nail in the coffin. Ooh-wee, this case is heating up. And they haven't even gone to trial on the actual case yet. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you all in the next video. It's BrainFLoTv. I'm out. Peace.